Hi everybody, it's Mercy and I'm back again with another video. And this time I'm going to try to do brown hair. And this one is actually for my niece. My niece's birthday is on April 15th. She shares it with Tax Day. And she had seen one of my videos, one of my haul videos, and she saw that I got Cheeky Howdy. And she's like, oh, when you make me my birthday card, I want this one. So now apparently I'm getting requests. So she picked this one out, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one for her. And she has brown hair, so that's why this one's getting brown hair. And the colors that I'm going to use are E33, E35, and E37. Those are the colors that I'm going to be using on her, okay? So the first thing that I do is I'm going to do just the base of it first. So normally how I start is just, I get the darkest color and I start off on, you know, the parts that I think are going to be the darkest. So that would be in the middle, and I try to feather out and then towards her skin, around her ear, right here underneath the cherries it would be dark. This one also has hair where it's sectioned off, so it's really easy to sort of make it so that way, like if the person has the highlights, those thick highlights, to section it off so that way the thick highlights really stand out. And she does have those highlights, but for right now I'm just gonna go ahead and color her like this. And a lot of the times, like when you start coloring, you start off with a plan, and then as you color, your plan sort of changes. So that's what happens to me a lot. So I'm just starting out with this plan right now, and then we'll see where that takes us. So now I grab the E35, which is the middle color, and I come back over the darker color plus out some more. And I really do try to use broad strokes here. And when I store my Copics, I store them with the nib side up. And so the liquid itself is running towards more of the nib, the chisel point than it is the nib point. And so sometimes it takes like a little bit for it to start, you know, really getting nice and wet. So, and you can see, because all of a sudden you'll see that as you're laying down the color, it's laying down a lot. I just go over it a few times. And then I come back around here, and I always go back where I had just laid down color, and I just like put more on top of that and then lay some more. And I forgot to say in my last video, I am nowhere near Copic certified. I'm just showing you what I do. Just because some people have asked how I color them. And whatever I try to do to one side, I do to the other side. just to try to make it look even. So here's my lightest color, which is E33. I guess I can't even talk right now. And again, I'm going over everything. And I find that that makes it blend just a little bit better if you go over the whole thing. So that's brown. And although there's no place here for the brown, I just want to make sure that it stays more or less the same color. So then I go back. And I go to this one, and I mix in here, and then finally to the last one. So then I have brown hair. And it has a highlight, and if you want to make it less of a highlight, all you have to do is go back over it, and maybe you want to make it like a touch darker. You just go back over it with the color. You know, that's what's so good about this, because, you know, it's forgiving in a sense, because you can go back and darken it up some if you didn't like the way that it originally came out. And now as you're darkening it, you know, there's already color down, so it's much easier to blend than the first time. And now you can go ahead and make that darker and darker. So I'm only doing this side of her hair so that way you could see like what the difference is between the two shades. Sorry, I moved that. And now I go over it the final time with the lightest color, and I always work from darkest to lightest. So now you can see the difference. You know, that's just with one more coat on. You can see that this one looks a lot more brown than that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and just finish that up just to make it even. And I'm so sorry that I'm moving the camera. I keep bumping it. Just keep going over it. Using dark, you know, long, broad strokes to try to keep it. And then when you come up with the other colors, it evens it out. You can definitely see that there's brush strokes right there. But when you go over it with the next color, it sort of like feathers it out a little bit. onto the other color. And then when you go over it with the lightest color, it just completely blends it. And there you go. There is my brown. And it is different from the red that I just did. If you can see, there is a difference between the brown and the red. So there you go. And then the skin, I would color her the same way. The first thing that I would do is put down my pink for the, I use the RV21. Everybody else uses the R20. I put the RV21, and then I go ahead and I outline with the E00, and then I go back in over it again with the E000. So there you go. There's my brown hair. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks. Bye.